I'm Chris Carey. Today I want to talk to you about being a business owner in uncertain times. As in, hey, I'm a business owner and these times are mighty uncertain and I have no idea what to do about that. Especially if you're a planner, this has got to be just the most maddening circumstance you could find yourself in. I'm recording this at the time of the coronavirus pandemic when so many of us are still at the effects of a slower economy or uncertain business times. When will things open? Or how can we do business differently? Or how can we continue to serve our regular clients when we don't even know what's going to happen next Tuesday? It can be really frustrating, even for those of us like me who tend to not be very long-term planners. Even for us, it's still a bit tricky. So whether you have the planning gene or the not planning gene, either way, we're in quite a pickle here, so many of us, not just because we may or may not really understand what the literal happenings for our business are because of so many different things changing every day, but also this piece of the emotionality of it, the mental gymnastics that a lot of us have had to go through to stay calm and productive and be of service to our clients in a way that we really want to be there for them. And of course, show it powerfully in our own business as someone who wants to make a contribution. I think it's fair to say that every business owner I've talked to so far, whether their business is booming because they happen to be in an industry that's indispensable at the moment, or whether they happen to be in an industry that is not as indispensable and they are kind of wondering what to do with themselves, I think it's fair to say that everybody I've spoken to so far has got this on their mind, though, doing business during uncertain times. Boy, howdy, it's a big one, and it makes me wonder, what can we do about it? Of course, as small business owners, we like to do a lot of problem solving and try to figure out how to show up the best ourselves, and then of course help our clients do the same. So I was thinking about a couple of different things that we might want to explore around this topic of uncertainty and doing business. The first is just to remember to breathe. Oh man, just breathe. No matter what we do in the next 5 minutes, it's not going to change the whole world. So just take those 5 minutes and breathe, and that actually can change your most immediate world so that you've got some more oxygen in your mind, in your brain, and some more space in your mind. Oxygen in your brain, space in your mind, for just being with what is. Yeah, I like to talk about that a lot, the whole being with what is and including those things in your reality. So let's go ahead and include this idea of uncertainty, wrap our arms and minds around it, and then let's breathe. And then let's look at some very practical things to do. First of all, let's just toss that long-range planning out the window right now, because the more detailed and long-range our planning is, the less likely we are to be able to execute it the way we probably would like to at the moment, just because we're in these uncertain times where things are in so much flux. I know CJ and Hayden and I have made editorial calendars. We made one for the year of 2020 when I'm recording this, and we have basically just set that calendar to the side because the classes we'd planned, the announcements we were going to make, what types of articles that we were going to do in what time frame, none of that makes sense anymore. It's not the way the world works. It's not where our heads are at. It's not where our heads are at. It's also not what's going to serve our clients the best. People like you, the small business owners of the world, the solo entrepreneurs, the lifestyle entrepreneurs, the small and mighty companies. So let's set that bigger picture planning to the side, and let's take a look instead at what can you do. That's the first practical thing. Set the long-range planning aside in the way you may have done it in the past, and instead let's ask, what can you do? And from there, let's really chunk it down. That's the next piece. Not big pieces anymore. We're not going for the whole quiche. We're just going to go for a little quiche slice, because quite frankly, that's probably all the bandwidth we've got at the moment, and that may be all the information we've got at the moment. And quite frankly, that also may be all that our clients can hold at the moment. In an effort to not overwhelm ourselves and those that we're here for, let's just take little tiny small bites. Chunk down the big picture plans. Make sure the big picture plans are not too long-ranging anymore, because that is just setting yourself up for frustration when the wind blows a different direction in another week or two, when we find out something different. Ask yourself, what can you do? Because there's a lot you can still do from here. Once you start to do those things, my hunch is that you will be able to make different types of plans. Whether you're a planner or a non-planner, we all tend to still have some kind of a plan working in the back of our mind. The kind of plan we want to look for now is something that's really short, small, targeted, short term. Let's make a plan for Tuesday. Let's make a plan for this next week. CJ and I were talking the other day about our to-do lists, and mine now consists of 1 item per day, and hers consists of 3 items per day. And if you know us, those are not normally what our to-do lists look like, especially CJ's. Love her as much as I do. She is quite the planner, and she loves the long range stuff. I tend to do things a little bit shorter, more on the fly. There's a whole range in between of all the clients we deal with, and what we've been seeing is that it just makes our head hurt. When she first texted me about, let's write and video something about doing business during uncertain times, my response to her was, holy cow, you're making my head hurt. Please stop. And she said, that's perfect for the video. Thanks, CJ. Oh, holy cow. So let's just remember, smaller bites, please. Smaller bites. Ask yourself, what can you do? Chunk it down to the tiniest little bit. Make your plans shorter term, not so long term. We're going to get through these uncertain times together. We've done a lot of hard things before as a business owner. If you've been around more than just even a couple of weeks, you've probably already been through some crazy times. This is also one of those times, and yet look how often you keep coming back. Look how often you've been resilient. You can do this. You've got this. You totally have this, and we are here to do it with you because it's easier together. So continue to show up for yourself. Continue to show up for your business. Keep breathing, please, because we need that oxygen in your brain and that spaciousness in your mind so that you can continue to put your good work out into the world, that thing that you're here to do, the people you need to serve. Doing business during uncertain times means tethering yourself to something that feels secure, and in this case, I'm going to say that security is going to come from inside you, from what you know to be true, your own faith and bedrock and community, and the things that you know are solid for you, your family, your friends, your colleagues. Tether yourself to what you know to be solid. Keep breathing. Let us know how it goes. And I look forward to staying in touch about what else happens during these uncertain times. First and foremost, though, remember, you got this.